Hello, I have another Budsy's Boredom Buster for you today. Today is going to be how to make a pop-up book. So you'll be able to create a paper that folds, and when you open it up, it'll look like a mouth opening. So let's get started. So the first thing is you're just going to want to take a regular plain piece of paper and just fold it in half. So I'm folding it in half here, just like so. And then what I want to do is take the side with the fold, okay, folded side, and I'm going to draw a triangle. Now, if you don't trust yourself to draw a nice triangle, you can always use the edge of another piece of paper, and you could set it on there like that, and then you could just trace that triangle onto your fold. And remember, it has to be on the fold side. So I have traced my triangle on my fold, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some scissors and I'm going to cut right from the corner of my triangle, the ending point there, to the edge. So this is my folded side. I guess I kind of have this upside down here for you. And so I'm going to cut right into the edge of that triangle. All right. So then what you're going to do, and you can pause me at any point during this if I'm going too fast for you. So then you're going to, where you cut it to where this line is, on the line itself, go ahead and fold the paper over like that, and then do that again. So on this line, we're gonna fold the paper back like that. So I have two folds. Now, what I'm gonna do next, and this is the part that's kind of tricky, you wanna make sure that all of your folds are nice and folded. So reinforce those folds really well, because the next step is you're gonna open up the paper. Be careful you don't rip it. And you're gonna tuck those in. So I just tucked in what I had folded. So now my paper looks like this. I didn't cut it out. The only cut was going from the outside of the fold into the triangle. And I folded everything really well, and then I just now tucked it in to the paper. Now I'm gonna reinforce those folds again, because that's what's gonna help it to open the way it's supposed to. So now, when I open up my paper, let's hope this works. Look, I have a little mouth. Isn't that awesome? And so just use your imagination. What could this be? So I made one at school that is a fish mouth, and I just gave him some big eyes. He could be a duck or a chicken with a beak. But I made an example of a frog. So of course, if at home you have some colored paper, you could do this on colored paper, and that would be super cool. And then just use your imagination to create it into several different, you can make different animals. So one that I did was a frog, and I took a colored piece of pink paper to put behind it so that when you see him open his mouth, you see the inside of his mouth is pink. And I used construction paper, but then I also used marker. You can use crayons, markers, construction paper, whatever you happen to have at home. And so here's what my little guy looks like. And so I just cut out some green paper and made some arms and legs for him. And I glued on some eyes. I just had little tabs that I glued on there. And you can see, because I put this pink paper behind it, so now his mouth looks like it's pink inside, or you could do red. And then I just used marker to do a sky and a sun. And so you can do something like this, and then you can add other paper to it, colors or whatever, and you could make this into a bigger book, and you could have it be a different animal on each page, or you could do this as a surprise at the ending or something like that. You could even just make this as a card for someone, like happy birthday or something like that. That would be fun. And so I would love to see some of these creations if you end up making one at home. So I'm gonna show him one more time in case you need to pause it to kind of see how I made my frog. And I hope you will have a happy day today too. So have some fun. Try to create this little pop-up guy and see if you can make him into a fish or a duck or a chicken or anything that has a mouth. It would be really cool. So have fun with that, and I'll catch you on another Budsy's Boredom Buster.